Welcome to episode 3, season 2 on About Jobs TV, where we've been discussing the Collector Series. My name is Fumi Bajulai and I'm your host on Job TV. Today we're going to watch a collector called Mr. Betiku, and we're going to hear what the employer thinks about you being a staff that has. Stay tuned and see you after the break.
Last Sunday, Betiku's meaning I'm a registered engineer. My personality is that of having conviction about whatever I lay my hand to do, and religiously being honest and be persistent about saying without having any form of me being distracted. I'm very ambitious, goal-driven, and I place high value on continuous self-development, skill acquisition. I can work anywhere, and I can work with people from different races, different gender, but I place excellent value on people, making me to always get the best out of people's energy. I work in varying industry, to mention a few. Agro-allied industry, automobile industry, the brewing industry, manufacturing industry, the World Bank business project management environment, the downstream oil and gas, and presently the upstream. I've had trainings, over 70 trainings in different parts of the world, local and international. And I've traveled to all the major cities in Nigeria, especially where there are airports. And I've traveled to about 5 continents in Northwest for training, skill development, and their professional experience. In summary, I am a professional that believes in being self-driven, self-motivated, and believes that continuous self-development and skill enhancement will always make you to get the best of everything you desire or you envision to do.
So did you watch that video? What did you think about Mr. Betiku? In my opinion, he's the ideal definition of a collector. Notice how he can tell you how many courses he's been on and how many countries he's traveled to, and he can tell you his years of experience. He has the numbers, the stats of his career. So to be a collector, you need to understand your makeup, your configuration, right? And you need to be able to articulate it verbally, you need to articulate it through a CV, you need to articulate it in conversations, and it needs to be seen in you. So in order for me to describe this collector concept, I needed to get the right person, and Mr. Betiku was game. So he's been in his industry, he's grown to the top of the industry, and how did he do it? By at every point improving himself and being able to demonstrate his experience to the next employer or within the same company space. So my challenge to you is, if you're seeking to get a promotion, don't sit back and wait. Get the opportunity to prove who you are, what you've achieved, and what you bring to the table. Let's look at what employers think about staff that have. Do you think the employer is intimidated by the staff that has, or values the staff that has? Let's look at the reviews. Becoming Who Companies Want is the first book I wrote. I'm an author of over 10 books, and I'm very passionate about becoming Who Companies Want. However, I had to create an edited version of it because I found out that the dynamics which surrounded the labor market at the time when I wrote it in 2012 have even become increasingly more dynamic. And it's important to help those who are getting into the labor market for the first time know how the employer thinks, what the employer expects of them, how to handle corporate politics. There's so many things they didn't tell you in school when you were going to get a job. I remember the first batch of people that we trained using the Becoming Who Companies Want content, and one of them said to me, Mrs. Fumi, they didn't tell us these things in school. So let me give you an example. While you're about to graduate, you're imagining your first job as a place where you walk into the office and they have a desk chair and an office waiting for you with a laptop. They might have a car waiting for you with that job, and they're going to give you a salary that's commensurate to what you are bringing to the table. You're going to work and you're going to be promoted based on your qualifications and what you deliver. Right? Wrong. It doesn't work like that. In the real world of work, there are major factors that determine how you enter a labor market, how you're promoted, how to make yourself satisfied through the job. So I want you to take the time to get this book. We've made it so inexpensive because I understand you're just entering the labor market. But listen, if you don't get knowledge, you might not get to your goal in life. So get Becoming Who Companies Want Today. And there is also a course that goes along with it at the School of Performance, and that's the ultimate guide to landing your first job. If you get these two combinations, I mean, you will walk into an employer's office and be sure you will get the job that you seek. I'll see you at the other end of your testimonial. Welcome back. So imagine the reviews, what employers think about you as a staff that has, and what it looks like when you don't have. So at the end of this session today, you should have made up your mind about being the staff that has. Remember the quote, to him that has, more is given. So dust up your old certificates, whether it was a certificate where you won Student of the Year, whether it was a trophy that you won while in primary school, dust them all up, put them together, shine them, and know what your configuration is, what you have achieved, and begin to sell that as a way to move forward. Document your achievements. Look at what Mr. Vertical did. He has his CV. Mr. Vertical is someone that updates his CV very regularly. So don't be the one that is holding the same CV around for 5 years. Begin to look at your CV document. What can I add? What have I achieved? There are also things called a brag book or a portfolio that you begin to build for yourself. You begin to amass what you've achieved, and these are things that you should consider doing now so that you're putting your best foot forward at every point when you want to negotiate to enter the labor market or to move from one step to the other. About Jobs TV is powered by the School of Performance. At the School of Performance, we provide books, courses, services that will help you move your career to where it has to be. So it's not enough to just watch about Jobs TV and get some snippets. You can get into the nitty-gritty of information and practical tools that can take you to the next level. We have books like Planning for a Good Job, Keeping Your Job, Mindset of the Employer versus Employee. We have courses like Secrets to Working Smarter, courses like the Ultimate Guide to landing your first job. We have the Career Planner, which is the ultimate solution to actually building the career of your dreams. The School of Performance is designed with practical information. This is information we got through experience with employers, employees, and people who are making things happen. So it is something to invest in when you are building a career. Let me tell you, personal development is a non-negotiable in building the career to the next step. So what you know, but what you don't know might be keeping you from where you want to get to. Visit the School of Performance today. So thank you for joining this series, and I want you to go away with this. Understand that getting a job is in your hands, and as much as getting a promotion is in your hands. So take the steps that you need to take to get you to where you want to get to. I'll see you in the next episode on About Jobs TV. Write to me and let me know if this has been helpful to you, and also write to us on the in our email that she's showing below on the title, I can't believe my employer did this to you. We want to address for you issues that you're facing in the workplace and telling you how to better navigate in your workplace with your current employer. See you next time on About Jobs TV.